Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So it looks like Microsoft don't really care about Xbox Series X anymore. It seems like they care more about PC than Xbox right now. And why am I saying this? Well, there's many reasons behind that. First, they keep telling people that they can play their games, Xbox games, on other platforms, and they obviously release these Xbox games on other platforms. And I know people will say, oh, well, that's just business, right? And I get it, that's actually is business because that's extra revenue for Microsoft and for Xbox. But basically, when you have an ad saying you don't need an Xbox to play these games, well, that's not the way to go about it. And I know that some people say, oh, Mads, but this advert is for people that don't have Xbox and they do not have any plans to buy one anyway, because they may have a PlayStation, Nintendo, or some other box already, and then they can, basically without spending additional money on a console, they can play these Xbox games. I get it, and I understand it. Like, for these people, that's fine. Like, but still, my problem with that is that they keep telling or they keep advertising these games on other platforms. They don't seem to push these games much on Xbox platform. They don't seem to be telling much about the console, if you know what I mean, right? Like, even their advertisement in general is like multi-platform, like big time right now, right? I mean, I get it if you gave up, if they gave up on consoles completely, on hardware completely, that would make sense. But they say that they still care about it, that they still want to produce console, they still want to sell the console, they still want to produce next-gen hardware, right? So you would think that they should care about like advertising their hardware, like current hardware, because you are building a base of like of users, right? And a lot of console owners actually buy into Game Pass, and I know that Game Pass grows on PC much. That's why they are so thrilled about PC growth right now. But still, most Xbox Game Pass subscribers are on console, right? On Xbox console. So that's kind of weird. I get like. Also, additional thing is that like, advertising is one thing, but supplying the console is another one. Like, there's actually some issues with supplying enough of consoles in many markets, like even here in Poland, for example, right? Like, you cannot really buy an Xbox, or, well, kind of like we had this issue for like 3 months. Lately, maybe a week or so, I've started seeing some offers for like the white Xbox, but they still very expensive, like way more expensive than recommended retail price and stuff, because these shops just take advantage of the fact that like there's not many consoles available and people want these consoles, because believe it or not, there's still a demand for these consoles, right? But like Microsoft cannot keep up with production of these consoles, like 4 years into the generation, even more, and they not even like selling and producing a lot of them. So either they just don't care about producing enough of these consoles, or I don't know, maybe they do have some issue with production. I don't know, like but you would think that 4 years into the generation they should sort out any type of issues like that, right? There's another reason why there's less consoles, because cloud, right? A lot of these Xbox Series X APUs, these chips, are going into these server clouds, server farms. But in reality, how many, right? Like millions? I don't think so. Like how many of these chips you really need to power, even couple of server farms, right? Like, you're probably not going to put like 1 million or 2 of these chips there, right? Like, and in reality you should be producing more than that, right? So I don't know, it's just kind of weird, to be honest with you. But you know, the fact that they advertise their games more for other platforms than, you know, their own platform, and the fact that the Xbox Series X is not really available in many places, or is short in supply, that's one thing. That's just part of the whole story. Another one is just they seem to be more interested in producing like these hybrids with third-party developers and third-party companies, like the Canon, or I don't know how to pronounce it really, the Xbox PC handheld hybrid that they want to release this year. They seem to be very interested in like experimenting with this kind of stuff, right? So in general, that's why I said that they seem to care more about PC than console at the very beginning of this video, is because like they seem to be investing a lot in that, right? In fixing Windows for handhelds and fixing Windows for other devices, in making it more gamer friendly, if you know what I mean, which makes sense, and that actually is a very good thing to do. But you know, it just shows that I think they know, and we've heard rumors about it already, that the Xbox console as it is right now is, well, not gone just yet, but it's kind of going away slowly but surely. You know, whenever they decide to release the new console, like a proper new console, it's not going to be a traditional Xbox console, as in with closed environment operating system and that kind of stuff, right? It's going to be more of a PC, you know, not like a full-blown PC, but like you know, a hardware in a small box still with the Xbox logo in it, but running Windows, you know, customized Windows for sure, but it sounds like it's going to be more open. And so that just the hardware, but also the software seems like what they're trying to do with next Xbox is to allow developers to make one version of the game for PC, and the same code will just run on Xbox. So literally, even system-wise, it will be a PC. Sure, developers will still have to optimize for this particular hardware in order to make, you know, most of it, if you know what I mean, to optimize it to make sure that the game runs fine. So they will play with different settings and that kind of stuff. Funny enough, the fact that next-gen Xbox is going to be you know, a PC may actually help PC users as well, because I would imagine that these optimizations should help you know, PC gamers you know, all around the globe as well, because, you know, code for that will be just better. So developers, instead of focusing on developing game for Xbox and then optimizing for Xbox, they will just optimize for PC, and it will work all across different devices, right? It's probably a little bit more complicated than that, right? But, you know, I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible. So that's why Microsoft don't necessarily care about Xbox console as it is right now in a current form. Yes, they will support it because they've, you know, already sold like 32 million of these consoles. They will probably sell, you know, a couple of more millions in the future, up until, you know, the next gen, you know, consoles arrive. But, you know, I think this chapter of Xbox history is kind of, you know, closing down, if you know what I mean. And it's going to be more of a like a PC hybrid kind of world for Microsoft right now, and it makes sense, to be honest with you, and it can work if executed right, because like from console owners' perspective, like people don't really care what's under the hood, right? I mean, to be honest with you, current gen consoles and even last gen consoles are pretty much like PCs. you know, customized, but still, right? Like they use pretty much like PC parts to power these consoles, and you know, customized, but still, you know, same architecture and stuff. And you know that, so I guess it's kind of a natural evolution that kind of makes sense to evolve into this like more open and PC-like ecosystem, especially for Microsoft, that is a Windows company basically, right? It's, you know, they own Windows, they own Xbox, so why not to merge it together and to deliver pretty much like great gaming experiences for both PC gamers and Xbox gamers at the same time, right? But like I said, like it all looks great on paper as always, but you know, let's just make sure, let's just hope that Microsoft will execute it right, and it will just work. Let's just hope that it's just going to work. But anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.